Hi my friends, how are you today? I'm going to do the meditation I taught this morning, but it's going to be led in English this time, so I hope you guys are connected. And this meditation is very, very powerful, so if you want to do this, please focus, concentrate. Okay, try to relax, and we are going to learn how things work with this powerful meditation. In other words, sitting on the throne. It's mysterious, right? You're gonna know what it's about very soon. So this takes a long time because it's very powerful. So I'll try to run it as smoothly as I can, and I have to read it because it has a very nice story. Okay, so we start with the 3 breathings like usual. Smell the flower, pause, and blow out the candle. Okay, now start. 3 breathings. Now imagine the light tube coming from the universe and protecting you. And on this light you feel all love, goodness, forgiveness, all the positive vibrations that take you on a higher vibration level. And as it takes you on a higher level, you rise your vibration and ascend to the skies, where your angels are, where God is. So now that we are lifted, we thank God, we thank the guides, the teachers, the animals of power, all the entities that are made out of pure light of love. And now we are going to have a little bit of reflection, because although some of us have no idea of what's going on right now, despite those who do not believe that it is possible that God, the Holy Spirit, is speaking to them, and hope that this meditation process will end quickly. Doesn't matter. What matters is that every single one of us is loved dearly. This information that will help us to move forward in our lives. You are important to this universe, to this planet, because this planet is not insignificant and very much revolves around it. There is no judgment from humans by the Spirit of God, only immense love. You are here for a purpose. The commitment to be here has never been so clear. Now listen to these words. It is the voice of home, the voice of God that you hear at this moment. The one that loves you and envelops you in his golden arms. The one that speaks to you at this moment, that speaks to your hearts. Right now, you can feel his arms while listening to this message. You can feel that you are loved by God. He's embracing you right now. Can you feel it? The immense energy that surrounds us right now. It's amazing. Before beginning this message or continuing this message, here comes a court of angels who, as I speak to you, walk the corridors and among us. They are visiting our home when we hear what has been said. We will ask for a love cocoon to accompany us. And if you have never felt it before, this is the time to ask our guides to feel it, as we can say it directly. My dear guides, I ask you permission so I can feel the cocoon of love directly, if it's more comfortable for God, as God will. Our guides of light came with us and remain with us. They give a slight touch to our intuition and love us dearly. They are our best friends, and we know them from the other side, from before being born in this incarnation. None of us is never, ever alone. Now let's ask our guides for permission to take us to our golden rooms. So now we are walking with our guides. And while we walk, the guides show us the golden room that they cannot enter. They cannot enter this room because this is the one room that only us are allowed to enter. We hold the key. It's the room that is the right key for our whole life. It guards the treasure of our lives. When we arrive at that door, our guides will be outside as we need to enter alone. Now we are opening the door. And when we open the door, we will observe everything as if it were pure gold. In this golden room, there is something hidden. And while we are exploring the interior of this room more carefully, we begin to observe a creature of immense power and beauty. Right there, sitting on a golden throne, is a splendid golden angel, an angel who, if he spread his wings, he will be able to touch the walls with them. But who is this wonderful being? Who is this wonderful angel? And we're getting closer and closer, and we feel a feeling of love so intense that it looks like a bit hard to breathe. The vibration that this angel sends is the highest, and we perceive our strengths we're getting powerless, and we fall on our knees, contemplating, watching this beautiful piece of God. And while we ask ourselves, who does this creature look like? This huge being. And we look at its face, and its face slowly starts to get the shape that we're looking for. Who is this golden figure sitting on the golden throne with wings that touch the ceiling of the room? As we get closer and closer to the dimensions of its face, to the shapes of its nose, its mouth, eyes, we realize that this face is familiar to us. It's our face. We are sitting on the throne. The angel has our features. We are looking at the angel, who was our own higher being, the sacred entity, and beyond all the description, our portion of God. Its presence screams us so that we know we belong here. Its existence gives us very important information. We are prepared and deserve to be on this planet. I ask you to mentally enter and sit on the throne right now. We are alone, but full of power. I want us to feel that golden essence that fills each of our pores, as there is a reason why I'm inviting us to do this together. This golden essence is the sacred portion of God that we bring with us. It is our higher being, and it is attached to each of our cells. It tells us about home and our contract, smiles and love us. I ask that we absorb this golden light just like sponges while I'm talking about what we are experiencing. It is our very essence, our enlightenment, our knowledge of the past and the future. That space was the storehouse. It is the storehouse of our spirit in love for each one of us. Some, when faced with this, may cry with joy, and now we will remain here for a few moments or until we decide we should leave. For we can come back here as many times as we want. Right now we are absorbing truth. We are absorbing understanding. For as long as we need. Some of us, in days gone by, and even today, have been in love with God. Perhaps we have transposed that love to some entity or master who has stood before us as a great loving energy. Feel the love that this entity had for us. Feel it strongly. There are many who may have received our love, but both they and us permanently return this love so consistent and so wonderful. Now I'm going to reveal a secret, something you have never truly recognized. All the love we have had for God, the Spirit, and for these entities throughout our lives is simply a direct mirror of our own love for ourselves. Because in this metaphorical golden room is our own essence, the portion of the Spirit of God we fall in love with which comes from the room that has always been ours. And so, dear ones, I tell you that this golden room where we sit now, absorbing this light, is the love of our own higher being. It develops self-esteem in our lives to understand that not only are we important and loved, but we are also ready to awaken our potential for changes. So, I ask that for the rest of this message, we stay in that place and that we do not leave our golden throne. His love generates self-esteem. It is the love of God within us. It is the one that creates the capacity to free ourselves from the problems of these times. When we feel that we are worthless, we enter this room metaphorically and we feel on our own throne. Let us now invite the love of our higher self and the portion of God that we are to walk on this earth. We now ask them to be absorbed into our bodies, and we will soon see the importance they have for this planet. Yes, I'm talking about us. Yes, ladies and gentlemen. Look, right now I'm giving you a key to live, because each person who is with you and sees you at the cellular level sees that this is happening. And even though your mouths and eyes say something, at the cellular level, your bodies are celebrating you. And it won't be long before they change too. So again, we have someone's action to transform thyself. And he transforms many. Without saying a single word, without evangelizing, your path will affect you and the ones around you, your companions, your guides who had not entered that room. And right now, our companions, our guides, our angels, our archangels, our masters, the ones who could not enter that room, were patient and are waiting for us outside. And finally, when we return to the corridor, we will verify that something's changed. Now we can look at our companions and recognize them. Our guides, they tell us, we have been waiting here since your birth. We have been with you since your birth for only one reason: to love you and to help you see the other door of your room. We are at your service in love, and we praise your incarnation of expression. Now we are feeling all the love that our guides have for us. Can you feel this? It's wonderful. When all of this is over and we can return to the Hall of Honor, we will live a great time with them who have spent their lives with us on this planet. None of us is ever alone. Now let us ask for this love from our higher self. Let us go and take our light and let it shine for those around us without saying anything or by telling those who are with us what is happening. The light will shine through us. Let us take it to the darkest of places. Now, let the light shine, and let us ask permission once more for our guides to take us to the peace room. It is totally ours. It belongs to our house, our life, and has our spiritual name written on the door. So we are walking down the corridor of our house with our guides, and they point us to a door and say, "This is your room of peace. Now we will enter together. We will enter with our friends, and soon we will be surrounded by a thick white mist. It is filled with a white and luminous essence, which is the room of inner peace. A mist that seems to be alive because it immediately surrounds our body. We are going now to give a big breath in. Breathe in this fog deeply into ourselves, and we are overcome by a strong sense of well-being, and we will know that we will never again to be afraid. And now we will feel a peace like we have never experienced. Think about it. Where do you feel most completely at peace? I invite everyone now to go to that place. For some, it would be like resting in a sunny place at a high point where you can feel the warmth of the sun kissing your face, kissing you gently on your face, looking at the ocean under the escarpment, smelling the saline air, listening to the waves, the sound of the waves. Experience the planet that you love so much. For others, it could be this same place, also on a cliff, feeling the breeze, the fresh breeze coming from the mountains. You can feel the wonderful freshness of the weather, the colors of the sky, the shapes of the clouds, or even the snow on your faces. The falling snow, the snowflakes, so nice. You might even imagine a garden with butterflies, colored butterflies, beautiful wings with all the shapes and colors, and fireflies around a beautiful pond with a fountain and a small rainbow-colored fish. Or even a park with beautiful colored trees, with a golden tree on its center, with the sunlight going through its leaves and leaves floating very slowly in the air. These things, little by little, bring peace to us, bring a lot of peace to us. Go to the place that gives you the most peace. Stop there for a moment. At any desired time, we can enter that inner peace and feel the peace of God, where worry does not exist. You can enter this room through your intention. Just think about it, and you will already be there. Now, let's leave the room of peace and ask our guides again for permission to take us to the room of abundance. As we walk, our guides point us to a door and say, "This is your room of abundance. Now open the door and have everything you want while on earth." So before opening the door, think, where or what is your greatest treasure? Well, some will say, okay, my greatest treasure is not like diamonds or gold. I want to feel free from the hatred I have for this or that. I want to stop worrying. I want my family's life to be clear and clean. I would want that my greatest treasure would be if I ask for anything, if I could ask for anything. Others will say, if I could recover my health. I'm so worried about what's destroying my body that I no longer have control over it. And I'm really scared. That's why the peace and abundance rooms are connected for this reason. But for other people, when you open the door, the room could be loaded with much more wealth than you can ever have imagined in your wildest fantasies. So imagine everything that could be related to this abundance for you. For each person, it can be different. You can see bars of gold, pearls and diamonds, emeralds, rubies, sapphires, precious stones that could fill an entire room. Imagine, let your imagination show everything that exists in abundance of good in your mind. Delicious foods and drinks, ice cream, wine, beer, whatever you like. Fruits, salads, pies, cakes, vegetables of all types and sizes. Beautiful clothes, dresses, shoes, mansions, cars, whatever suits you best. Musical instruments, books, exotic things. Anything material is possible. Imagine everything that relates to abundance for you, and there it will be, inside this room. Take it with you forever. It's all rightfully yours. All your most wonderful fantasies, all the most delicious things, everything in a cascade of abundance for you. Here are all the physical riches you can possess at any time. Take care of yourselves and your hearts. Everything else will come in addition. This is practical. It is done day by day. And besides, it works. Now, thank you for staying with me. Have a great day. I hope this message was great for you and it gave you a lot of inner peace, happiness, and everything you can think that's good. Big kiss of light, big hugs of light, and I see you next time. Bye-bye.